Awesome. First of all, my apologies for the to and fucking froing from room to fucking room. Thank you for sticking with us, but we did it. And I apologize also, I forgot my high heels at home. I know. Are you ready for today?
Yes.
Good. I was in a rush to get out of the house and I'm on my way to the airport. I'm thinking, I know I forgot something. And yesterday when we did the photo ops and the cosplay, I looked in the suitcase and I went, shit! Kelsey went, what? I said, how many people can say that they forgot their pumps? And then some guy looked at me and he said, you mean your penis pump? I said, no! My pumps! So it's been how long since I've seen you?
2 years.
2 years. I had my 50th birthday since I last saw you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I know. So, would you like to hear my 50th birthday story, or would you like to hear my husband jacuzzi story? You've heard the jacuzzi story last time, so yes, Signer remembers. They heard the jacuzzi story. She just doesn't want to sign again, hung like a donkey. Wait a minute. You've totally been practicing that, haven't you? Let me see that swing again, girl. Hung like a donkey. Speaking of, look at you in your tight suit. Get up here a minute. Come here. Oh, hello. Yeah, get up here. What's your name?
Brendan.
Brendan. Have I met you before, Brendan?
Yeah, we met at Boston Comic Con. I was wearing the green arrow suit, and you said my ass looked good then too.
Right, I'm just gonna zip you up a little bit, okay? It just feels like it's coming off. I don't want it to come off. Turn around again, let me see. Your ass looks good in this too. Yeah, do you have pockets in there? What is that all about then? Is that in case you get hips? I'm just making you stand like this so I can look at your crotch, okay? I love my job. Brendan, so I have to ask though, which gender do you flow with? Are you gonna say it? Can you say? Yeah, you're a straight male. I love straight men too. Are you loving the attention? I can tell. Thank you 4 people for getting that. Do you have a girlfriend?
I have a fiance.
You have a fiance? What's her name?
Sandra.
Sandra! Was Sandra here? No, you unlucky bitch, Sandra. And she knows you love genre stuff and all the fun?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, just between you and me, no one's listening. Have you ever dressed up? You know one.
Of course.
Who has?
Malcolm Merlin.
Yes. Thank you. I like that too. That's why I had to spin there to move it around. Yeah, looking pretty good. What? You don't have the ring. Yeah, not many people can fit their finger in my ring. Oh, come on, people. I know it's a Sunday, but get over it, all right? You're here and not in church, so it'll be fine. This is the church of the genre land, right? How old are you?
I'm 27.
You're 27. Oh, I could be your daddy. Is he totally getting so nervous? Is it uncomfortable for him? Who are you? You're his brother. Older or younger? Older. I love a sandwich. So who's more blessed, you or him? He's laughing, so that means you. He's got what? I don't care about his rod. Anyway, so you are Spider thing. Spider Poker, that's your name. Yeah, because you're Spidey and you're poking.
Spider-Man and TARDIS met.
So it's a Spartus. Spider TARDIS. Oh, God, I love it. You know why I love the TARDIS? Because I'm bigger on the inside. Anyway, big round of applause for Brendan. Thank you for coming up. Would somebody please just take a picture of us right now? Like everybody, ready? Wait a minute. My eyes are hurting. Did you say your sides are hurting from laughing? My eyes are hurting, and I hope something else hurting later. Anyway, thank you, Brendan. Appreciate it. See you later. Oh. What's your brother's name? Andrew. He was going to say Brendan. I think he's more shocked. My brother's name is Andrew. Yeah, my older brother's name is Andrew. Andrew, don't ever let him live this down. Okay? I want you to tell everybody, I want you to every so often post something, especially that picture of me like this. Yeah. And say, hashtag straight my ass. I haven't forgotten about you. So anyway, my 50th birthday, how many of you heard this story? 2 people. Well, you're going to hear it again. So my 50th birthday, when I started on Arrow about 5 years ago, Stephen Amell had said to me, I told him, and I said, look, Stephen, every birthday I've spent on a set where I have, had my birthday while I've been working. And he said, well, John, if you're lucky enough to have, your birthday off this year. I said, well, it's my 50th birthday. Well, not this year, but my 50th birthday coming up in about 4 years. I'm going to have a huge 50th birthday party. He said, well, if you have a 50th birthday party, I hope I'm invited. I said, of course you're invited. He said, well, I'll show up and I'll bring your cake out in a gold lame Speedo. And I went right to the producer's office and how? They said, what? I said, you gotta give me my 50th birthday off. I know it's 4 years away, but you have to give me it off because Stephen Amell says he's gonna show up half naked in a Speedo and give me my birthday cake. So there! They gave me my birthday off. So my 50th birthday rolls around, and I'm celebrating it, a big celebration day. First off, my nieces and nephews take me out to go quad biking. Do you call it quad biking? Four-wheeling? Yeah, like ATV things, that kind of stuff. You're all very unresponsive this morning. ATVs. So I go to this place where the ATVs are. I've been before. My nieces and nephews, who are all in like their late teens, early 20s, they're all standing in a semicircle around me. So I've met the guy before. Now, do you all know what I did for my 50th birthday? I shaved my head. Really? You remember that? Thank you for paying attention, one person. I shaved my head and I went, I'm totally gray. This hair color is wrong, right? This is Malcolm Merlin hair color. Spoiler alert. I'm totally gray, okay? So I'm now gray-haired with my nieces and nephews, getting told the instructions at the ATV place with the guy who's met me before. And he's giving the instructions, and I'm standing there, and he's saying, well, no, when you're going on the ATV and you're going up the hill, we don't want you to put your legs down, because if you put your legs down and you put brakes on and go backwards, your legs will break off, and you'll be called Peggy. Quite funny, I'll give it to him. And also, if you're going up the hill and you go around the corner, you put the throttle on too fast, you'll be thrown off the ATV and you'll roll down the hill, you'll hit your head on a rock, you'll lose your head, and we'll have to call you the face of Bo. He recognizes me. No hair at all or whatever. I'm flipping it, I've got nothing, totally gray. And then he keeps talking, he says, and if you go around the corner and you put the throttle on too hard, keeps looking over. If you throw around the corner and get the throttle on too hard, you might. You know something? You look an awful lot like that guy from the TV. Yeah, except he doesn't have that old man hair. My niece's nephews immediately went and backed up because they knew what was coming. He said, yeah, that old man hair. He said, you look a lot like him, but he doesn't have that old man hair or that old man face. And I went, excuse me? So I said to my nephew, Turner, come here. He said, what's up, Uncle John? I said, Turner, we're going to come back here at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to show this guy what an old man can do. He said, what do you mean, Uncle John? That's awesome. I said, we're going to let all the air out of all of his tires on his ATV. He said, really? I said, really? So we had a great, lovely day. Headlines next day in the newspaper. Man in a blue dress vandalizes ATV business. Wasn't me. No, I'm not that stupid. I paid my nephew $250 to do it for me. How do you like that old fucking hair? So anyway, we went back to the house, and after doing the ATVing, and there was all of my friends and family flown in from all over the place to celebrate the 50th birthday, and we start the celebrations, and we're dancing. We had a DJ, we had bar, in different places in the house and outside in the garden by the pool. People are dancing, people are swimming. We're having a great time, and finally, Kelsey, you've met Kelsey before, haven't you? You know Kelsey? Yeah. Kelsey, are you here? Come here. This is her bit. Come, hey, this is Kelsey, everybody. So, Kelsey says to me, you're going to want to sit down. I said, but I'm dancing. She said, you're going to want to sit down. I said, why am I going to want to sit down? She said, because your cake's about to come out. And then all of a sudden, from down the hallway, the lights went dim, and I could see the flickering of candles coming towards me. And she said, you're going to love this. I said, why am I going to love this? She said, just sit down and shut up. You're going to love this. So I sat down, and coming towards me, walking towards me, my friend Keith Jack and somebody else. Oh my God, Stephen and Mel, they're in gold lame Speedos, and they're holding my birthday cake. I thought it was Christmas! Kelsey said, sit down and relax. I said, why? She said, because, I got it under control. I said, what do you mean you got it under control? She said, they were in your bedroom doing push-ups and pumping up and doing all sorts of stuff on top of each other, doing push-ups. I said, that sounds like Scott and I on a Friday night. Totally no, but she said, yes, but they were in the bedroom. And she said, I was in there. I said, what does that mean? She said,
I took videos.
Happy birthday! I said, really? She said, yes, really? I'm like, I love you. Okay. Yay, Kelsey! Thanks, Kelsey! So they're coming down the hallway, and they've got the cake, but I see something written on their chest, and my friend Keith is dyslexic, and bless him, he tried to make it so special. He'd written my initials on his chest, but they were backwards. Instead of saying JB, it said BJ. I thought it was New Year's too! Hi, how did you sign BJ? The letters. Yeah, but how would you sign it with the double entendre? Oh! It looks like you're Swiffering something. Swiffer Deluxe. All the deaf people watching television, they're advertising Swiffer. They're like, no, that's a blowjob right there. Go home and do that. She'll be like, what? You say, John Barrowman taught me. And they'll be like, what are you doing? Swiffering. I love that you find it funny. Where are my deaf? Where are my deaf friends? Where are they? Or hard of hearing? Oh, you're signing for nobody. Yeah, just one person there. That's okay. That's good. We still love you, right? Does everybody know how to applaud for hard of hearing? No, shut up. They're deaf. They can't hear it. Ready, everybody? They can't hear you. I love it when I do it with a crowd and they go, woo! I'm like, shut up! Doesn't make sense! Just do that. It's awesome. So, thank you for signing. I'm so excited because I'm learning sign language. I love it. Anyway, I like to go to questions. Do you guys have questions and stuff? Yes? Oh, wait a minute. Now, is there a microphone for questions, or is it out there? There's a guy pointing, and it's right there. Yes. I want to do it a little differently. Who wants to ask a question? So we have question there. You have a question? Is that it? Only 4 questions. You have a question there, my dear? Okay, so why don't you come and line up over that? Is there a microphone that side? Yeah. Why don't you line up on that side for the questions, okay? And we're going to do something different. Since it's a nice little intimate room and we had so many problems, I want to make it up to you, okay? We're going to have sex on stage. You don't have to do anything. Just stand there. So, the first 4 people, come on up. And the others, if you can, sit down so other people, there's nobody behind you. The first 4 people, okay, 5. TARDIS, you greedy bastard. Don't count. Come on up. Have a little seat around there. Gather yourselves around. There you go, nice suit. Gather yourselves around, sit down. Sit down and join me. This is going to be like Dr. Phil, or as I like to call it, Dr. Drill. Would you like to touch the coat?
Oh, yes.
That's the real coat. No, don't put your face on it. I don't want your sweat.
Going for the face.
Yeah, well, I don't want that either. But I'll take yours. Okay, so, what's your question?
Torchwood.
What's your name?
Brett Abear.
Brett Abear. Abear. That means something different in my world. In your world too? No? No, okay, all right, I misjudged there. What?
Sounds like he's bragging to me.
He's bragging? Doing a bear. Do you know this man?
Yep.
Shut the fuck up then. How are you, doctor? You've never seen inside the TARDIS before. Have you? How old are you? Oh my God. Well, somebody just mooned you. You're okay with that, right? Are your parents here? Your aunt. Where's your aunt? Are you okay with this, guardian? Yeah, good. She's up on stage. You better be okay with it. Yes.
Torchwood.
I know. I was in it.
I know you're working on it coming back.
Well, no, it's not I'm working on it coming back. I always get asked questions about it, to whether it's going to come back, and there's no definite no, because no one told me no, so I just keep talking about it. And then they put these headlines up that Barrowman says Torchwood's coming back. Well, I didn't say that. I said
Greg?
What?
Greg? Is it Greg?
Who's Greg?
The producer. Yes.
No, Greg Berlanti has nothing to do with Torchwood.
He's Arrow.
Well, I know.
Get your fucking shows right.
I know that, but he had a big.
I don't know what he's like. I don't know if he's big or small. It's not my thing.
I read he was the guy who's going to be.
Where did you read that? No, I think you might have misread some internet fake news, right? Be careful of that, particularly nowadays. Oh, look, politically gone quiet. Get real, people. Yeah, don't believe all you read on the internet, because that's, I don't think, true. I had spoken to some producers when this might be where this story got misconstrued. I had spoken to some producers around that I was going and meeting with, and they were always asking me, how do we get the rights to Torchwood? So I made a couple of phone calls, and I was told we couldn't do it because it's totally in control of the showrunner of Doctor Who happens to be Chris Chibnall now. Yes, and Chris Chibnall, who I had then mentioned, who I was told that about, I said, well, it's up to Chris Chibnall. And then in the news, the online and all the headlines now where John Barrowman says Chris Chibnall is the only one to bring Torchwood back. I didn't say that. I said he could bring it back if he wants to. So that's the real part of the story. It's totally up to him and totally up to the BBC. However, if I was asked to do it again, I would do it at the drop of a hat. So, but who knows? I'm probably too old now. Yeah. Well, get your fingers like in the old days and do the yellow pages, but do it on a computer thing. Get emails out there and start typing. Everybody says they will, and nobody ever does. Right? Yeah, you leave it up to you guys. Fans can save Supernatural. 4 people. You did a lot of typing. I love that show. I've always said that I want to be the human Impala. You know, the car? The human form of it. You know why? Hold your ears. Because then I can say all the boys that have been in me. Anyway. Boy, I really am in Texas. They're not liking these ones, are they? You're all different, though. I know you very well. Thank you for your question. Okay, you can fuck off now. No, someone else can come up. We're gonna go to you first. Second. Thank you, and be careful getting down, yes? I'm not responsible if anybody falls. Don't fall. Yes, what's your name?
Carly.
Carly, you can stand up, Carly. Ah, Carly has arisen. What's your question?
I wanted to know, what is your opinion on the newest Dr. Baker girl?
I think it's awful. Just kidding. From the moment it was announced, from the moment that I heard it, I thought it was the best idea ever because there is nothing said in the Gallifreyan text or history that the Doctor cannot regenerate into a woman. So all of these, or an alien, or, you know, whatever, anybody transgender, you name it, there's no rule. So when everybody was getting all upset about it, it's like, people, shut up, give it a chance, right? Because not only do we go on the journey, this is my belief, we go on the journey in the TARDIS for where the TARDIS will take the people inside who happen to be a doctor and the companions, right? And then we get to know them through the journeys the TARDIS takes. So that's the excitement of it. We watch it because of that, not because of who plays the Doctor, right? Because I remember when Christopher Eccleston regenerated, sorry you can't see me over there, Christopher Eccleston regenerated into David Tennant. There was a hullabaloo. They're like, oh, he's too young, he can't play it, and what? He turned out to be one of the best doctors ever, right? So, give her a chance, and she's doing a great job. I haven't seen Rosa Parks yet. I've just downloaded it. I'm going to watch it on the plane on the way home. I know there's a nod to the Vortex Manipulator, spoiler alert. And what's really hysterical is I was inundated by press calls. People wanting to know, are you coming back? Does this mean you're coming back? I'm like, guys, I haven't even seen the episode yet. But what makes me proud for that is that to this day, it's like 10 years on, and everybody's still talking about John Barrowman's Captain Jack Harkness, and I love that. You're my favorite. Thank you. What do you think about the new Doctor?
I haven't gotten to watch it yet.
Okay, so why did you ask the question? You were trying to stir it up, right? You know her outfit that she wears. There's a little nod to the suffragette movement in the outfit. And that's all I'm going to say because I know Ray put something in there and he talked about it in an interview, and see if you can figure out what is the nod to the suffragette movement in the new Doctor's outfit. I already know the answer, and I know another person out there does too if she's here. So that's something for you to look up, okay? Enjoy it. She's good. You're welcome. And hey, girl power. Hi, how are you? I'm not going to ask you a question yet. I wouldn't do that to you, Doctor. I wouldn't leave you hanging. Don't be nervous. I don't bite. Unless you want me to. Oh, naughty Doctor! Make your sonic pop. Go. That's a boy. Oh, and it glows. Somebody's winning right now. So, what's your question?
Are you the new Green Arrow?
Am I the new Green Arrow?
In the new season, he's in prison right now, and everyone's curious to know who the new Arrow is. It's a debate whether it's you or Roy Harper.
Thank you for your question.
Good question.
can fucking blink as many times as I want. It's not gonna answer the question. Who do you think it is?
I'm really hoping it's you.
You're opening? What? Oh, you're open. It's been a long day today. You're hoping it's me? Okay, good. What, you think if I knew I was gonna tell you?
Yes.
Really? That would be unfair to spoil it for everybody, so you would like it to be me.
I would love it to be you.
Why?
Because you were an amazing arrow and an amazing villain in that show.
Keep going. That's okay. I can't tell you anything because I'm sworn to secrecy, and I sign a thing that says I'm not allowed, non-disclosure that I'm. It's kind of like someone else's, but never mind. Except mine's about a script, not about a. Hey, did you think it would be a calm panel at all with me, right? I've lost my train of thought now. No, we sign a piece of paper that says we're not allowed to talk about anything that's coming up. All I know is I was back up there filming. That's what I can tell you, okay? All right. Sure you can get a hug. I just stood there and hugged you for 20 minutes, you greedy bastard. No problem. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who am I gonna go to next? Have you ever seen two TARDIS together? It's a double whammy TARDIS. One's wearing pants and the other one's not. Guess who? What's your name?
My name is Chris.
Chris. Where are you from?
San Antonio.
Hey! What's your question, Chris?
Well, today's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
So you've already made my birthday.
Have I? What did I do for you that I don't know?
Oh, I can't. Just you being you.
Awesome.
I love you. I
Awesome.
follow you. You're amazing. I said just coming here and just seeing your panel alone is awesome. Just making my birthday.
Good. Thank you.
So my question was, number one is I wasn't able to come yesterday, so I missed the cosplay surprise. That was
You ever tried? People, please, come on, stick with me.
Yes.
I love when people get flustered and confused and just blurt things out. Let me just fix your jacket there. There you go.
Okay, so my question was, number one, you rocked it like I told you at the national anthem last night. You were amazing.
Yeah, if any of you haven't seen the video yet, we're going to post another one, which is the broadcast video. I sang the national anthem at the Spurs and the Lakers game last night. It was pretty good. And I wore my LGBTQ Superman shirt, and I wore the ampersand pin to show our support of transgender people who they're trying to wipe off the planet. So that was a big deal for me, and the fact that they allowed me to wear it, and they didn't have a choice. But for me to be able to get up as an openly gay man and sing about my freedom in the United States of America, which is freedom for all, that was important to me. And to be able to do it here was a big deal.
So my question is about just evolving. So I love the person you are today, so I'm pretty sure you weren't always, unless you were. But I just wanted to know, because I know Doctor Who opened so many doors for you.
Yeah, but Doctor Who opened a lot of doors for me, but also remember I had a 13-year career prior to Doctor Who in musical theater in the West End, in London and on Broadway. I'd also done for 13 years children's television, believe it or not. And I had two of the most popular children's TV shows in the UK. I produced my own TV shows. I also had variety shows. on Saturday nights on the BBC. So there was a lot before. I don't think I was any different. You might want to ask other people that question, but most people will say I've always been the same. However, the big deal for me was in a particular interview when I was being interviewed for Doctor Who, and someone asked me a question, and I said about at that time, because we didn't have the same rights that we have today at that time, and also there was a little bit of fear of still talking about stuff, but I didn't give a shit. Because the way to change things is to be open and to be out and to be upfront and to be non-apologetic for who you are, how you are, and what you are, okay? So when I was in this interview, I said to the guy, he said, tell us a little bit about your home life. I said, well, I've got my partner at home, and I've got 2 dogs, and blah, blah, blah. We live in Chelsea, and da-da-da-da. And he went, excuse me, wait a minute a second. He said, you said your partner? And I went, yeah, I live with another man. And they went, do you realize you've probably just come out in this article? And I went, can I just say something? I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, and I live with another man in Chelsea in a big brownstone. We have 2 dogs that are really groomed well, and we drive BMWs. What other clues do you frickin' want? I mean, come on. And he went, yeah, I guess. I went, do you want me to say it? He's like, well, people want to know. I said, but why? What does it matter? I said, but I'm gay. Big deal. And that was how it went down. And he's like, oh, this is an exclusive. I'm like, take it how you like. I said, because I do all the time. And that just opened things. I mean, I was like, after that, I went home to Scott and I said, because I'd been told in other instances not to speak about Scott, ever, by another producer. And I was like, I went home to Scott on that instance and I said, what do we do? And he said, what do you want to do? And I said, I cannot physically live a lie. I can't live a lie for the rest of my life, having one life with close friends and family, and then people that I want to be my family that I'm telling a lie to, that they're not really getting to know who I am. How is that fun? And that's all this. People are like, well, it's your persona. I said, this is my fucking persona. And people will love me for this, because if they don't, I don't need them, right? So that's how it all came about. So I may not have talked about it a lot before, but I never denied, because I was never asked, right?
Your voice is louder than ever now.
Well, no, my voice, listen, I always say, I am going to, if you don't have a voice and you need someone to speak up for you, and we definitely need something like that at the moment, because they're starting to chip away at different rights, not only for the LGBTQ community, but for a lot of other people, right? And they're chipping it away. And if you don't have a voice and you don't feel able to stand up and speak, which I hope you would, I will do it for you. That's my motto. Happy birthday. Oh, no, I'm not, but I can't stand and pose and take a picture with you. Quick, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Do you know how to use a fucking phone? Did you get it? Thank fuck for that. You're welcome. Read the instructions! So while I do the next question, we have 4 more people come on up and stage. Young lady, I know you with the walker. Why don't you come and just sit right? You have a seat on there, don't you? Come and sit right in front, because obviously we won't get you up on stage. But everybody else, come on up. Not everybody, so we get. Don't push her out of the way. Come on. I'm joking, by the way, because I shoved her out of the way earlier to get here. If you just sit right there, is that okay? No. Sit in that, because I don't want any liability that you're sitting on the stage. So just sit yourself right down there, sweetheart. I bought my mom one of these. They're really awesome. You got the brakes on? Yeah. There you go. Okay, the rest of you guys can come up. Come on up and sit around here while I ask Edward Scissorhands. No?
No, sir.
Who?
Morpheus from
Shut up. It's Neil Gaiman. I know. You know what? Because I know Neil Gaiman. Yes, and he's a huge fan of mine. And when they came out, I went to, I won't tell you where, but I went to, there's a big vault that I get taken into sometimes. And it has a lot of products. And I get to choose whatever I want, right? And I chose this chess set. Sandman chess set. And when I got it, I took it, and the guy who was giving all the products out, he said, you know, you're the first one to ever have this. And I went, really? I said, even before Neil? And he went, even before Neil. So I went home, took a photograph, went on Twitter, and I DM'd Neil, and I went, look what I have, and you don't. And you created it. There you go. Anyway, what's your question?
My question was, you've been in Doctor Who and you played the good guy. I wanted to know, when you switched to Arrow, was there like some sort of process to transition to be a villain?
No, not really, because I like being an asshole. It's not hard. I mean, the thing is, the one thing, I don't play Malcolm as being bad or evil. I play Malcolm as being a hero. And I know that sounds weird, but I like to think Malcolm is the hero of his own story. And part of the reason I think that a lot of people, what I love is the fact that you guys come on the journey with me, with all those characters, no matter what it is I'm in. You know, some of you have come up to me even at the table and said, we love you in Scandal, we love you in this, da-da-da-da. And Desperate Housewives, I love it because you follow me and you enjoy what I do, because I enjoy what I do. And I think the fact that with Merlin, I've made him kind of, get me on this one, and agree or disagree, likable, but hateable, right? And that's, I don't know how I did it, fabulously though. And it seems to have worked, because I think it's because I make him, you know, and there was a couple of younger girls came up to me, and one in fact dressed as Speedy. Is she here? No. Okay, I'm never talking to her again. She came up and I said, you know, you like Malcolm Merlin? Yeah, and it's like a lot of younger, you know, like teenage girls appreciate Merlin, but I'm like, it's kind of weird, because he's got the worst parenting skills ever, right? But maybe, you know, some kids want a little bit of discipline in their life, but not Malcolm Merlin's type of discipline. So that's the way I kind of approached it with, like, Thea. You know, he loves her and would do anything for her, but he will try to make her tough and to be able to stand up and fight, because it's a tough world out there. And with all of the other supervillains out there, Merlin wants her to be prepared. He also loves Oliver like a son. And he, I think, would have loved for Tommy to be more like Oliver. That's why he was really unapologetic about Tommy's death. This is my backstory that you're getting. So but I think a lot of people clued into that actually there is a little heart in there that pumps every so often. And you can see it in his eyes, because he would do anything for the team, for Team Oliver. He would do anything to help them. However, as Canary once said to him in a fight, she said, thank you, but I would still kill you. And he feels exactly the same way about him. And once there's that kind of brutal honesty between characters and between heroes and villains, that's when it becomes exciting, because you know they're just working on a razor's edge, right? Because they could fall either way at any time.